Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kassandra and today I'm taking you through another 10-minute morning yoga stretch. I have a full playlist of these, so if you want to practice with me every day, definitely click the link down below in the description box. And let's just go ahead and get started. You don't need any props this morning for our practice together. We're going to start in a wide-legged child's pose, but doing it a little bit differently. So I really like to do some twists in the morning. I have a lot of tension in shoulders and upper back. So wide-legged child's pose, big toes together, knees apart. Instead of folding right down, we're going to do a thread the needle variation. So reach your left arm underneath you and drop shoulder and ear down to the floor. And you might push your right hand into the floor to help you twist a little bit deeper. You can also reach your arm up overhead, or some people like to bring the hand to the low back. I'm just going to push the right hand into the floor. And try to let your hips rest towards your heels. Taking some deep breaths in and out through your nose. Just noticing where you hold tension in the morning. Making a morning yoga practice a part of your daily ritual. Just a nice sacred time you take for yourself. And you can push into your right hand to slowly come all the way back up. And we'll just ease to the other side. So staying in that child's pose with your legs. Right arm threads underneath you. Let your ear and shoulder come down to the floor. And again, maybe you push your left hand into the ground. You might stretch your left arm up overhead or bring your left hand to your low back. And feel your breath go all the way down into your belly so that every time you inhale, you feel your belly expand. And as you exhale, you feel it soften as you release into the pose a little more. This is our chance to really set the tone for the day. Practicing mindfulness, compassion, and starting the day with self-care. Take one more big breath here in the twist and slowly rise up and out. And we'll make our way tabletop pose on hands and knees, warming up the spine a little more with cat and cow. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, tailbone up towards the sky. And as you exhale, reverse that motion as you press into the mat. And just keep going in and out of those two poses. Breathing in and out through your nose, feeling all of this from your neck to between your shoulder blades, mid back, low back, all the way to your tailbone. Last one here, inhale and exhale. Coming back, tabletop pose, walk your palms forward into your puppy stretch, just bringing your forehead down to the mat. Relax your chest towards the floor. You can relax your belly a little bit, stretching out long through your arms, big stretch into your shoulders, into your upper back. And we'll keep our palms and forearms as they are. We'll just slide onto our bellies into your Sphinx Pose. So little back bend as you open up through your heart, still lengthening out long through your legs. Push into your fingertips and knuckles. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower down. Just slide your hands so they're beside the rib cage. Push back, tabletop pose. Tuck your toes under and lift downward facing dog. So your hands are shoulder width distance apart, feet are about hip width distance apart here. And you can bend your knees generously. So paddling the feet, bending one knee and straightening the opposite leg. Doesn't really matter whether your heels touch the floor or not. Just enjoy that full body stretch and getting ready for whatever it is that you need to do today. And from this downward dog, we're going to bring the left knee down to the floor. So just let your left knee and shin come down to the mat. You're going to roll to the inner edge of your right foot and stretch your right arm up. So this is your modified side plank. Reach one hand further than the other. Maybe look up to challenge your balance. And you might choose to stay here. If you'd like to go further, you're going to lean a little more on your left hand, power up the right leg, and lift it off the floor. So really squeezing into your glutes. If you'd like to go further still, you don't have to. You can take a bind, so like a bow pose variation, bend into your right knee, catch a hold of the foot, and try to push your foot into the palm. So notice how I'm not letting my foot go higher than my knee. I'm trying to keep both at the same height as my hip. So a really nice juicy stretch here. Carefully release so it just hovers. Look down towards the floor. Let your right foot come back down. Right hand to the floor. Squeeze and pick up that left knee to lift it off the mat and step the foot forward in between your palms. Back knee comes down to the floor. Inhale, low lunge. Arms stretching up towards the sky, pressing your hips forward and down. Big stretch. And exhale, release. Tuck the toes under. Right hand down. This time twist the other side. Left arm reaches up to the sky. And now you might choose to stay here, or you can transition into your full side plank pose, rolling to the outer edge of your right foot and stacking the left leg on top. Once you're in side plank, reach your left arm up and over, bicep along the ear. So one big line. Push into the feet to lift your hips up even more strong here. Left hand to the floor. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll go and explore that sequence on the other side. So stretch out in this down dog. And this time our right knee and shin come down to the floor. Roll to the inner edge of your left foot. So you're leaning on your right hand and your left arm can stretch up to the sky. Maybe looking up towards your thumb. Keep your gaze steady, and if you'd like to go further, your left leg will start to hover and lift off the floor. Trying to keep your ankle at the same height as your hip. You stay here or you take the bind, bending into your left knee, catching a hold of the foot with your palm and really push your foot into your hand to get that big stretch here. Pay attention to the rhythm of your breath. One more big squeeze, carefully release. Look down to the mat, drop the toes down, squeeze to lift your right knee up, try to touch it to your nose and step the foot forward. Low lunge, back knee comes down, inhale, arms rise. One of my favorite poses to do in the morning. Into your easy twist. Left hand down, tuck the back toes under, lift your back knee off the mat, inhale. And from here, we move into our side plank pose, or you're welcome to just stay as you are, rolling to the outer edge of your left foot, stacking the right leg on top. And once you're in side plank, you can reach bicep along the ear, pushing into the feet to lift the hips up even higher. So incorporating a little bit of strength this morning, right hand down, our last little flow here, exhale and inhale. Our last downward facing dog. Nice and long through your arms and through your legs. And let's bring the knees down towards the mat. Swing your legs out in front of you. Take your butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. You can hold on to the feet here if you'd like. Inhale, find some length. And exhale, fold it down. 5 deep breaths here. Try to relax your shoulders, your neck, your head, your hips. And maybe start to think of one word that captures the intention you want for the day ahead. So one word that represents how you want to feel today. And let's roll all the way back up. And I'll just turn to face towards you. It'll be a little easier to see. And we'll open up our legs into a straddle. So first thing in the morning, don't be alarmed if the legs aren't opening up very wide. We all tend to be a lot stiffer and tighter. So don't worry, you can keep your legs closer in. Reach your arms out to the side and you're just gonna go and pulse a little bit side to side. So side body stretches, lengthening out. And the next time, go all the way over, big stretch. Think of rolling that top shoulder back. Doesn't matter which leg you're doing, we're gonna do both. Stretch out long, and now look down towards your shin and fold on in. 3 breaths here. Inviting the hamstrings to relax a little. And walk your hands in, lift on up. Extend your arms out to the side again. We go to the other side, big side body stretch. So opening through your chest. Start to look down at your leg as you fold. Use arm strength to lift yourself up. And we're just going to fold straight through to center. So walking the hands out in front of you and relax down. So there's really no need to like push or pull here. Just let gravity do the work for you. Don't worry about how far you may or may not be going. Again, this would look very different if you were to do it in the evening. Just trying to wake up our body and get it ready for whatever it is we have to do today. And walk all the way back up. And use your hands to bring your knees back in towards one another and just sit cross-legged before we close. Take a little twist, so one hand to the knee as you open. And then twisting to the other side. And facing forward, close your eyes, relax your palms. And one last time, focus in on this one word that you would like to set as your intention for the day. My word is joyful. And to set this intention, we'll bring our hands together at the front of the heart, closing with the chant of Om 1 time. Inhale to chant, big breath in. Om. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis. I hope you have a wonderful day. And before you go, please let me know in the comments below what your word of the day was. I would love to know what your intention is today. And also, like I mentioned, I have a ton of these 10-minute morning practices here on YouTube, as well as on my mobile app. There are even more on the mobile app, but I'll link to those in the description box below. I would love for you to practice with me every single day. It is possible if you create some time for yourself in the morning just to get on your mat, stretch, and really set the tone for the day ahead. Please subscribe if you don't already, and hopefully I'll practice with you tomorrow. Namaste.